Begin with the top story. Total COVID-19 recovery cases in India has crossed 9 lakh mark. Over 30,000 recoveries have been recorded for the fifth successive day. (35,175) patients have been discharged yesterday. The recovery rate stands at 64.24%. Over 5 lakh COVID-19 tests have been conducted in a single day over the last 2 consecutive days. The country's COVID-19 fatality rate has been progressively falling and currently stands at 2.25%, which is among the lowest in the world. According to the Indian Council of Medical Research, the total number of samples tested so far is 1,73,34,885. 5,28,082 samples have been tested yesterday. Presently, there are 4,96,988 active cases in India. Again, in India, 9,52,743 people have been discharged or they've recovered so far from COVID-19. The death toll now in India stands at 33,425. In Arunachal Pradesh, 81 new COVID-19 positive cases were detected in the last 24 hours, out of which 51 have been detected in Itanagar, which is the state capital. And again, in Arunachal Pradesh, currently total 662 people are positive, while 574 people have recovered and they've been discharged from different hospitals. More than 63,000 samples were collected for COVID-19 tests so far. In Maharashtra, 8,706 patients were discharged yesterday. The recovery rate there currently stands at 57.84%. In Maharashtra, 7,924 new cases were reported, while 227 COVID-19 deaths had been reported in the state in the past 24 hours. Case fatality rate in the state now stands at 3.62%. In Tamil Nadu, a record 6,993 persons tested positive for COVID-19 yesterday. 77 deaths have been reported, while 5,723 patients have been discharged in the past 24 hours. The total number of cases in Tamil Nadu so far stands at 2,20,716. In Delhi, the recovery rate stands at 88.68%. In the national capital, recorded 613 new cases of infection, which had 26 patients dying in the last 24 hours. 1,497 patients have recovered in the last 24 hours as well in the national capital. In Kerala, a committee headed by the State Chief Secretary has been constituted to study the situation in the state capital, Thiruvananthapuram. Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan has clarified that any relaxation in the lockdown restrictions will be taken after considering the report of the committee. Currently, there is a lockdown in Thiruvananthapuram in view of the rising COVID-19 positive cases there. 72 are locked down in Shillong since yesterday amid the rising cases of the novel coronavirus infection in the state. In Shillong, around 30 localities have already been declared containment zones. Celebrations of the Global Tiger Day 2020 kicked off today ahead of International Tiger Day tomorrow. Union Environment Minister Prakash Javadekar released a detailed report of the 4th All India Tiger Estimation 2018 and a poster on small wild cats of India. Javadekar said that at present India has around 70% of tiger population amongst the 13 tiger range countries in the world. He added that this is India's soft power and we have to take this legacy forward. Javadekar also said that ensuring the conservation of tiger guarantees the well-being of forested ecosystems, biodiversity they represent, as well as water and climate security. Addressing the event, the Minister of State for Environment, Forests and Climate Change, Babul Supriyo, said the report is unique as relative population of co-predators and other species have been estimated, which hitherto was restricted only to presence and absence. He added that sex ratio of tigers has also been calculated for the first time. And World Hepatitis Day is being observed today. Parliamentarians today participated in the second Empathy Conclave through video conferencing. The central theme of the conclave, organized by the Institute of Liver and Biliary Sciences, was "Keep your liver safe in COVID times." Chairing the event, Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla stressed on creating more awareness about hepatitis B and C, its prevention, diagnosis as well as treatment. Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla added that timely vaccination is key to fight the disease. Om Birla, besides 235 parliamentarians who connected through around 660 web links, took oath to work towards eradicating hepatitis. Now, also what we have seen is on the occasion, Union Health Minister Dr. Harshvardhan said that it is government's priority to ensure prevention and control of hepatitis in the country. He added that it's being ensured that benefits of related government schemes reach the ground level. World Hepatitis Day aims at enhancing awareness of viral hepatitis and inflammation of the liver that causes a range of health problems, including liver cancer. The theme this year is Hepatitis-Free Future. 47 more Chinese apps have been banned yesterday. These apps are clones or lighter versions of already banned 59 applications. The earlier banned apps included TikTok and Share It Lite. The government has banned a total of 106 mobile apps so far, saying that they are prejudicial to the sovereignty, integrity and defense of India. Pakistan has violated the ceasefire in Degwar and Kasbah sectors in Poonch in Jammu and Kashmir. It initiated unprovoked ceasefire violation by firing with small arms and shelling with mortars along the LOC in Degwar and Kasbah sectors in district Poonch. The Indian Army has been retaliating befittingly. The flood flurry continues in 11 districts of Bihar, affecting over 24 lakh people. Sitamarhi, Darbhanga, East Champaran and Muzaffarpur are the worst affected districts. 17 teams of NDRF and 8 teams of SDRF engaged in rescue and relief work. According to State Disaster Management Department, the Air Force's helicopters made 11 sorties to drop food packets in Gopalganj, Darbhanga and Motihari. So far, over 1,67,000 people have been evacuated from the inundated areas in Bihar. The Bihar government has confirmed 8 deaths in flood-related incidents. Trains running on Samastipur, Darbhanga and Muzaffarpur Narkatiyaganj lines are being diverted by alternative routes due to flooding of a rail bridge. The Met Office has predicted heavy to very heavy rain in the catchment areas of Nepal and Bihar for today, while there will be light to moderate showers in the next 2 days. Slight improvement in the Assam flood scenario witnessed in the last 24 hours. Number of affected people have come down by over 2 lakh. Again, in Assam, the death toll due to the flooding has reached 103, with one more death being reported from Golaghat district yesterday. 2,026 villages in 22 districts, along with over 1,09,236 hectares of cropland, are still submerged. Gwalpara, Barpeta and Morigaon are the worst affected districts. Again, in Assam, water level of rivers in at least 7 districts is still above the danger mark. 259 relief camps across Assam are still sheltering over 45,000 people, I beg your pardon. In West Bengal, several areas in Siliguri have been waterlogged and normal life has come to a halt due to heavy downpour in the last 24 hours. Mahananda River is also flowing above the danger level. According to the Irrigation and Waterways Department, Siliguri has received 75.6 millimeters of rainfall in the past 24 hours. There will be an increase in rainfall activity in northern and northeastern parts of the country between the 29th of July and the 31st of the same month. The monsoon trough lies close to the foothills of the Himalayas. It's very likely to shift southwards from the 29th July onwards. Uttar Pradesh Deputy Chief Minister Keshav Prasad Maurya is in Ayodhya. He will be visiting Ram and the Hanuman Gadi. Maurya will be holding a review meeting regarding the preparations ahead of the Prime Minister's visit. On the 5th of August, Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be visiting Ayodhya to attend the Bhumi Pujan ceremony for the construction of the Ram Temple. General Secretary of Ram Janmabhoomi Tirth Kshetra, Champad Rai, has released a video message urging Ram devotees not to send gold and silver bricks. In his video message, he said that for the construction of Sri Ram Temple at present, Ram devotees can send money which is needed. Vishwa Hindu Parishad members left for Ayodhya from Badrinath Dham this morning, taking the soil of Badrinath Dham and water from Alaknanda River to worship Lord Ram in Ayodhya. In the Kerala gold smuggling case, the NIA has resumed interrogation of former Principal Secretary to Kerala Chief Minister M. Shiv Shankar at its Kochi office. Union Minister for Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution Ramvilas Paswan launched the Bureau of Indian Standards mobile app BIHAR and 3 portals: standardization, conformity assessment and training portals of eBIS on the website manakonline.in. The mobile app BIHAR can be operated on any Android phone. This app is operational in Hindi and English and can be downloaded free from the Google Play Store. India on Monday lodged a protest with Pakistan over the move to convert a Gurudwara into a mosque in Lahore. New Delhi expressed concern over the move to claim Gurudwara Shahidi Asthan at Naulakha Bazar in Lahore as the place of Masjid Shahid Ganj, as well as to convert the shrine into a mosque. India called upon Pakistan to investigate the matter and take immediate remedial measures. Pakistan was also called upon to look after the safety, security, well-being of its minority communities, including protection of their religious rights and cultural heritage. The central government has released goods and services tax, that's GST, compensation of 13,806 crore rupees to states for March 2020. The total amount of compensation released for the fiscal year 2019-20 to states is 1.65 lakh crore rupees, while the cess collections have been 95,444 crore rupees. The highest compensation was given to Maharashtra at 19,233 crore rupees, followed by Karnataka at 18,628 crore rupees. Among states, Gujarat, Tamil Nadu and Punjab were the other large receivers of the compensation. Amid some media reports about the reintroduction of the Financial Resolution and Deposit Insurance Bill 2017, the government has clarified through the PIB fact-check team that such a decision has not been taken. The FATALITIES Bill 2017 was introduced in the Lok Sabha on the 10th of August 2017 and thereafter was referred to the Joint Committee of Parliament for examination and report thereon. The government had withdrawn the FATALITIES Bill in August 2018 for further comprehensive examination and reconsideration of the subject. As the coronavirus pandemic continues to spread, the search giant Google has extended its work-from-home policy until next summer, that's till July 2021. In a statement sent out to Google employees through the mail, CEO Sundar Pichai explained that the company's extended global voluntary work-from-home option through June 30, 2021 is to give employees the ability to plan ahead. Pichai hopes this will offer the flexibility the Google employees need to balance work with taking care of themselves and their loved ones over the next 12 months. Pichai personally decided to extend the work-from-home policy for nearly all 2 lakh full-time and contract employees across Alphabet after discussions with top executives at Google. Over 6.56 lakh people have died globally, while the total tally of coronavirus cases has reached more than 1.66 crore in the world. The US remains the worst hit, followed by Brazil in terms of both infections and fatalities. About 44.33 lakh cases have been registered in the US so far, with death toll reaching and in fact surging past 1.5 lakh. Brazil is trailing behind the US, recording 24.46 lakh infections, with the death toll crossing 87,000. The UK is the third worst hit after the US and Brazil in terms of fatalities. The World Health Organization has said that a ban on international travel cannot stay in place indefinitely, and countries are going to have to do more to reduce the spread of the novel coronavirus within their borders. WHO DG at a virtual news briefing in Geneva said that only with strict adherence to health measures, from wearing masks to avoiding crowds, would help the world in fighting COVID-19 pandemic. As required under the international health regulations, the WHO will convene the emergency committee later this week to re-evaluate the pandemic. The United States National Security Advisor Robert O'Brien has tested positive of the novel coronavirus, bringing the pandemic to the very doorstep of the president's office. He is the highest-ranking member of Trump's administration to come down with COVID-19 and to join more than 4.2 million Americans. COVID-19 vaccine candidate made by the US biotech company Moderna and developed in collaboration with the National Institute of Health starts its final phase of testing. Moderna said it remains on track to deliver about 500 million doses a year and possibly up to 1 billion doses a year beginning 2021. The federal government is supporting Moderna's vaccine project with its Operation Warp Speed program. Moderna has received nearly $1 billion from US government for the project. Over 150 coronavirus vaccine candidates are in various stages of development, with 23 prospects in human trials across the globe, and Moderna's candidate among the farthest in development. Researchers with the State University of Rio de Janeiro are tracking the spread of the novel coronavirus by monitoring the community's air and sewage for signs of the highly contagious virus. Already under criticism, Brazil President Jair Bolsonaro yesterday took off his mask in public as he greeted supporters in Brasilia days after he recovered from the coronavirus. German Health Minister has said that the country will make coronavirus tests mandatory for travelers returning from at-risk areas. Germany has reported over 2 lakh cases and more than 9,000 deaths, with cases increasing sharply. The regulations will come to force from next week and tests will be free. The debate around coronavirus testing intensified over the weekend after Germany's 16 states agreed for free tests for all returning travelers. The first debate in the run-up to the US presidential elections will be held on the 29th of September in Cleveland, Ohio. This was informed by the Commission on Presidential Debates. US President Donald Trump is facing his Democrat challenger and former Vice President Joe Biden in the 3rd of November elections. A Malaysian court today pronounced former Prime Minister Najib Razak guilty in his first corruption trial over the multi-billion-dollar looting of the 1 MBD investment fund. The current trial involved a charge of abuse of power, 3 charges of criminal breach of trust and 3 money laundering charges. He had pleaded not guilty to the charges of criminal breach of trust, money laundering and abuse of power. The current trial involved a charge of abuse of power, 3 charges of criminal breach of trust and 3 money laundering charges. Najib Razak had pleaded not guilty. Kenya's president has extended a night curfew for 30 days to curb the spread of COVID-19 and banned alcohol sales in restaurants, but stopped short of locking down the country again despite a surge in cases. A total of 140 forest fires still continue to rage in Russia. The area occupied by the fires in Siberia and the Far East has doubled in the past week, amounting to over 67,913 hectares. In view of the prolonged flood, Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina of Bangladesh has instructed the government officials to extend all support to the flood-hit people in the country. The flood situation in Bangladesh continued to be grim as several major rivers in the country were flowing above the danger mark. That's all we have at the moment in Express News, and the latest will continue right here on DD News and DD India. Stay tuned.